Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. Today's video we're doing an unexpected declutter. I was not planning on doing this declutter, but things in my life have been lifing. I had some unexpected situations come up, and long story short, we're moving. And I didn't know that I was moving. I just found out that I'm moving. So I'll go into more detail about that if you're interested in hearing about it. If you're not interested in hearing about the details, if you don't want to know the tea about what is going on in my life and why I'm so stressed out and why I'm going to be doing a massive declutter, if you don't want to know, I'll just leave a timestamp right now so you can head right over to the perfumes and just get to that. But if you do want to know what's going on, then just keep on watching. Alright, so as you can see, I have absolutely no makeup on. I actually just got out of the shower. My hair's in a bun, which I'm completely fine with. I'm comfortable without makeup. I'm comfortable with makeup. I don't think women need makeup, right? I just like to wear makeup because I enjoy the artistic side of it. I'm an artistic person, and I really like creating fun makeup looks, but I also don't think I need it, or any of us need it. I think you should feel comfortable in your own skin, and don't wear makeup if you don't want to. But if you do want to, if you want to wear bold makeup, you should feel free to do that too, right? Because it's art, and I love makeup. But today I am not in the mood for makeup. My husband and I are renting a condo, and we found out from the owners of the condo that they are actually moving back. They had moved out of state. They let us know that they are moving back, and they want to move back into their condo. And we were not expecting that. We thought we had a little bit more time. We weren't ready to commit to buying a place yet because we weren't exactly sure where we wanted to be. It's been stressful. It's been super stressful. Like, they want us to be out by the end of the month, and we have no idea. We have no idea what we're going to do. We have no idea where we're going to live. I have no idea what house I will be in a month from now. I'm fine. It's going to be fine. It's all going to work out. We just have to figure out what we're doing. So I decided that right now was the opportunity for me to do what I've always said I wanted to do, and that is truly curate my collection to only have loves. I am not interested in packing up any more things than I have to, okay? I only want to take with me to my new house, whatever that may be. I'm only interested in taking the loves with me. You guys understand, right? I don't have to go into a huge disclaimer with you, right? You guys understand that you can still recommend perfumes without actually owning them. And just because I declutter something doesn't mean I don't like it, or that I don't recommend it, or that I don't think it's a good perfume. It's just that I want only the best of the best in my collection. I only want to keep the best of the best, but I can still obviously recommend fragrances to you and not keep them, right? You get that. You guys all get that. I don't have to explain that to you. So that's my disclaimer. And real quick, before we get into the declutter, I don't normally do this on my channel, but I feel like a lot of you guys are, I don't mean to be corny or anything like that, but a lot of you guys comment quite often in my comment section. I feel like I recognize a lot of you in the comments, and I feel like a lot of you are very encouraging and very supportive, and I feel like we're friends. You know, we might not know each other, but I feel like we're friends. And I do care about you guys, and I know that, you know, there are some of you out there that do care about me, and I really just appreciate you guys. So I wanted to quickly be a little serious for just a second, because I realize in this intensely stressful situation that I'm going through, I have found comfort in a few things. And if you're going through something right now that's similar to my situation, or maybe it's completely different, but you just do not know what you're going to do. You're terrified, you're scared, you're worried about your future, and you don't know what's going to happen, and you're just so scared. I've been feeling that way over this past week as soon as I found out the news. So I'm a Christian, and there's a verse that I've been reading over and over and over again to help me feel better. And basically it's Matthew 6, chapter 25. I won't read the whole verse, but basically it's saying, don't worry, don't be anxious about your life. It's saying that don't worry about what you will eat, what you will drink, what you will wear, or you could say what house you're gonna live in, right? Don't worry about those things. Basically, we're supposed to look at the birds. They don't reap, they don't sow, and yet God feeds them. God takes care of them. How much more valuable are we than they are? How much more is He going to take care of us? It says, so do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? Your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. So I just keep telling myself I just need to seek God. I just need to put him first. I need to trust him. I need to trust that he's in control, and I need to just put my faith in him, that he is caring about me, that he cares for me, that he is going to provide for me, that he's going to take care of me. So if you're struggling like I'm struggling right now, he's going to take care of you. He's going to take care of you. Just seek him first, and he's going to take care of you. He's in control. So I hope that helps somebody today. I hope that comforts you like it's been comforting me this week, because I really need to be reading things like that so that I just don't worry, because honestly, what good does it do, right? Me worrying isn't going to change the situation, and I do trust that God is a good God who is going to provide for me. So I will probably not be uploading a lot of videos in this month because I have to move and it takes a lot of work to move. We have to find a place, and I have to pack and all that stuff. So I will be not uploading as much as normal, but just rest assured, once I get into my new home, wherever that may be, we will get back to our normal scheduled programming, okay? All right, let's get into this declutter. All right, this one is a tough one. They're all gonna be tough. I'm just not even gonna say that. I'm just gonna let you know these are all tough. These are all tough to let go of mostly. Some of these are very, very strong likes, but they just have to go because I don't wear them. So the first one is by Mugler, and this is Angel Muse, the Eau de Toilette. I actually really enjoy this one. I don't even know. I'm going to smell it. I can't resist. Yeah, I really enjoy this one, but I hardly ever wear it. And this is a fall winter scent, and I think I maybe reached for this like once or twice over the last fall and winter, and that was all I wore it. It's just an odd fragrance. It smells like Nutella, but it also has a lot of patchouli. It has a lot of passion fruit in it as well. So it's a very interesting and very fun, but very odd fragrance that I just don't wear all that often. It's the EDT version. It has amazing performance, and I really do like this one, but I'm just going to pass it along. Up next, we have a perfume I've had forever. I actually really like this one too. As far as celebrity scents go, I think this is pretty amazing. This is by Sofia Vergara, and this is Sofia. This is a really great fragrance. Don't get me wrong. It smells super classy, super sophisticated, and it doesn't smell like a celebrity scent to me. It smells like it's more upscale than that, but it kind of reminds me of Coco Mademoiselle a little bit, but sweeter. I mean, I haven't reached for this thing in forever. I just have way too many other perfumes that I like over this one, so this one is just not going to stay in my collection. So this is by Sofia Vergara, Sofia. Okay, this next one is a perfume that I actually love the way that it smells. It makes me smile every time I smell it, and it makes me think of childhood memories. This is by Hez Parfums. This is Accident Olive Vanille Creme de la Berry. So this one is the berry version, the one that smells kind of, it reminds me of Captain Crunch Berry's cereal with the strawberry milk. And it's really, really nostalgic for me. It reminds me of being a kid eating cereal, watching TV, but I don't wear it. I barely wore it at all over the fall and winter. It's just one of those fragrances I like to sniff because it's nostalgic, but it's not really one that I wear all that much. Plus, the performance on this one hasn't been great. It's not horrible, but it's not as good as the original Accident Olive Vanille. That one I love. That one I will not be decluttering. Creme de la Berry one, I like it, but I never wear it, so this one's going. And at the end of this video, if I go through and I find more fragrances that I'm going to declutter, don't be surprised to see other ones, because there are a couple that I'm not sure about. If I decide to declutter them, you'll see them on my Mercari. I will leave my Mercari in the description box in case you're interested. Up next, we have Elizabeth and James, and this is Nirvana Amethyst. Now this one, I really like this one a lot. I think this one's fantastic. However, I feel like I've outgrown it when it comes to tobacco fragrances. This was the fragrance that introduced me to tobacco and showed me how much I love that note if it's done in a certain way. I don't like smoky tobacco. I didn't realize that tobacco could be done this way, where it smelled like it wasn't smoky. And this is honeysuckle, this is tobacco. I think there's some woody notes in here, a little bit of spices maybe, but this is such a great fragrance, and it's really one that opened my eyes, like I said, to tobacco and got me into that whole note and scent profile. But now that I've discovered other tobacco fragrances that I much prefer over this one, I'm just never going to reach for this. So anyway, I do think it's fantastic. and it's very, very affordable. I recommend it, but I'm not going to keep it. So this is by Elizabeth and James Nirvana Amethyst. Okay, this next one is a shock. I was not planning on decluttering this at all, but I wore it on my tray recently and struggled with it. And I told you guys that I wasn't going to declutter it, but now that I'm moving, I'm just like, forget it. I'm not going to hold on to it because I do love it sometimes, but I don't always love it. So this is by Givenchy, and this is Irresistible, the Eau de Parfum. When I wore it, there were times when I absolutely adored how it smelled, and I really enjoyed it, but there were a few times, like right now it smells really good, of course. But some of the times when I wear it, I don't love it. This is very, very, very sweet. Very sweet. And sometimes it's too sweet. This is pear, and this has some sparkling kind of watery rose. This is very musky, very girly. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. It has some ambrette. It's a beautiful, ultra feminine, very girly scent with really good performance, and I do recommend it. But like I said, because I'm not loving it every single time I wear it, I'm just gonna let it go. I have other fragrances in this scent profile that I actually prefer over this one, so I don't need it. So this is by Givenchy Irresistible, the Eau de Parfum. All right, up next I have two fragrances from the same scent family, and I've discovered this is not a scent profile that I just really enjoy all that much these days. I don't like a lactonic and woody scent profile together. So Commodities Milk is the first one of those scent profiles that I really, really disliked because it has the note of mahogany in it, and I ended up decluttering. I had the Commodity Milk Expressive and the Bold Plus ones. I just didn't like the mahogany. So I decided to get this one. This is by Amethyst, and this is Lost in a Dream. And I told you guys that I like this version better than those, and that this is my preferred version, which is true because this has that lactonic feel. It smells like Commodities Milk, but the difference is in the base you have amberwood instead of mahogany, and I love amberwood. I like amberwood so much more than mahogany, and so this is definitely the version I prefer. However, it doesn't change the fact that this still isn't my scent profile. A milky lactonic perfume. I love lactonic notes, okay? Don't get me wrong, I love lactonic notes, but I don't seem to like when they mix it with woody notes. So even though it's amberwood in here, and I much prefer that over the mahogany, I wore this the other day, and I'm like, yeah, I just don't enjoy this scent profile. Lactonic and woody just doesn't go together for me, and so I think this is nice, but I don't absolutely love it. And so I will be decluttering this one. And then the other one that I'm getting rid of is kind of a surprise because I used to adore this fragrance and I still really, really, really like it, but I realize I don't love it like I used to. Again, I'm not into that lactonic woody combo. This is by Zadig and Voltaire. This is Her. And this has a lot of a creamy, lactonic, kind of like a whipped cream feel. This is also very nutty. There's a lot of chestnut in here, and then in the base you have sandalwood. These smell similar to each other. They're in the same family, but they're different. This has chestnut, this has sandalwood, and this is amberwood in the base. So same family, but they do smell different. But I'm still just like not into this scent profile anymore. I don't love it. I used to really love this perfume, especially in the fall. When fall came around, This Is Her was on my tray and I loved it, but I just am not into it these days, so I guess my nose has changed. All right, up next, I'm getting rid of my original Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle. Not because I don't absolutely adore this, because I do, but I have the intense version, and that is my preferred version of this scent profile. I realize I don't need both. I mean, I've had this bottle for a while. Look, there's barely even a dent missing. I never wear it. Like I said, if I'm going to wear Coco Mademoiselle, I prefer the intense version, so I'm just going to keep the intense and get rid of the OG. But this is, make no mistake, I love this perfume. This is like a masterpiece perfume to me. I feel like this set the bar for other fragrances. So this is by Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. We all know what this smells like, right? I don't need to explain this one. All right, up next we have by Carolina Herrera. This is Good Girl Glam. And this one I really struggled. It's just this 1 ounce, and I have used, I mean, I've used some of this fragrance because I really do like it. I struggled with whether or not I'm going to get rid of this one or not. I might change my mind. This smells like Very Good Girl, but with cherry and almond added in. It's Very Good Girl with a cherry touch. And this one, I don't know. This one I really do like a lot. But usually when I want this, I usually just reach for Very Good Girl. But I do like the added cherry and almond in here. This one's a maybe. I don't know. This one's a maybe. This one's on the chopping block. I might sell it. I might not. All right, this next one is by Chanel, and this is Chance the Eau de Parfum. Now, I tried this one in store. I thought I loved it. Brought it home, and then I put it on my tray, wore it, and something went terribly wrong in the dry down. So I never really gave this the opportunity when I tested it in store to fully wear. And so I was shocked when I brought it home and sprayed it on, because I sprayed it on. I was like, yes, I love it. I love it. But then it turned into a disaster in the dry down. It ended up becoming super sour on my skin, and it turned extremely masculine. So I love the EDT. I have the EDT. That is not going anywhere. The EDT is one of my favorite freshies in my collection, but the EDP doesn't mix with my skin chemistry in the dry down, and so I'm just gonna pass this one along. Okay, this next one is one I have struggled with decluttering. I've had it on the chopping block. I've taken it in, I've taken it out. The thing is that this is a fantastic fragrance. So I really struggled to get rid of this one, but I never wear it because I don't typically go for myrrh fragrances. This is by the House of Moresque, and this is Seta. It is a fantastic fragrance. It is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance with this gorgeous note of myrrh. And it's one of those situations where I love to smell it off the bottle, but then when it comes time to wear it, I don't want to. I wore it the other day just to make sure. And when I was wearing it, I was like, yes, this is a beautiful smell, but I think I don't really enjoy wearing myrrh fragrances. I do have one myrrh fragrance that I adore and love to wear, and that is by Initio Psychedelic Love. If I'm going to go for a fragrance that has myrrh in it, that is going to be the one that I pick, and this poor, beautiful perfume just gets skipped over. Look at the bottle. The bottle is stunned. This deserves to be in someone's collection who is going to wear it and enjoy it, because it is truly a beauty. All right, this one's probably not going to surprise you. I told you guys I was going to declutter this one. This is by Juliet Has a Gun, Ode to Dullness. I blind bought this one. I like it, but I don't love it. It's okay. It is dull. The name is accurate. I actually really think there's a simple beauty to this fragrance. I really do. There's a really good like sandalwood note in here. And I feel like this has a simplicity to it and a natural beauty to it that I do appreciate. But I do find it really, really boring. And I wear it, and about an hour I'm just totally over it, and I really want to wear something else. So not a bad fragrance. As far as performance is concerned, this actually lasts a pretty decent amount of time. The one fragrance I wanted to not last so I could move on to something else. But you know what? It's decent performance, and it does smell nice, but it's not a love, so it's going to go. This is by Juliet Has a Gun, Ode to Dullness. All right, I'm finally letting this one go. This one has survived so many declutters, and I never wear it, and it's ridiculous to keep it. I don't know why I've kept it this long. I do like the way this smells. I do, but I never wear it. So this is by Jessica Simpson, Fancy. Do you guys still have this? Everybody had this at one point, didn't they? See, I smell it and I'm like, oh, do I want to get rid of this? Because I do like it, but I will never pick this. This will not be my scent of the day. When I have so many other amazing fragrances in my collection, I am not going to wear this. I could see one of my daughters liking this. I think my youngest would really like this. All right, up next we have one. Now this is probably the toughest one for me to declutter. This one, yeah, this one hurts. This one hurts. This one is by Xerjoff, and this is Ivory Root. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. I love this perfume. I love it. So why am I getting rid of it? Because I never wear it. Oh, I shouldn't have smelled it. That was terrible. That was a terrible idea. This one, it's got to go, because I went through the entire winter and didn't touch this perfume. Maybe I wore it once, but I find this fragrance to be so unwearable. It's not an easy reach. I have no occasion to wear this. I can only wear it in the winter, and it's so spicy that I can only wear it on a really, really cold day. And though it does get cold in South Carolina, it doesn't get cold like it gets cold from where I'm from. I'm from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. That's where I grew up. That's cold, okay? That's the weather I need for this perfume. I need the snowy, blizzard, cold, wintry days, not South Carolina's winter. South Carolina doesn't have a winter, okay? I mean, it does get cold here, but it's like 50, 40, very rarely. Sometimes it gets 30 degrees here, and that's it. There's no, I mean, it has snowed here before, but that's rare. You know what I mean? It's just not a cold, super cold weather state, okay? South Carolina is not super cold, and I need cold weather for this fragrance, and I just do not live in a place where that is happening. I'm gonna pass it along. It's spicy. Man, you've got to be into spicy perfumes. This is the spiciest perfume that I have. I don't even know what the notes are in here because it's vaulted, but I think it's definitely spices. It's definitely lots of spices. It's vanilla, it's woody, but yeah, you got to be into those spicy fragrances. When I first tried it, I actually thought it was too spicy, but the magic happens when the perfume starts to dry down. You got to give it some time to mend and blend together, and then it's magical. Okay, I'm not saying I'm decluttering this one. This one's on the chopping block. This one will shock you because it shocked the crap out of me. This is a perfume I have loved, and it's on my tray for this month. And when I haven't worn it since last spring. This is a spring perfume. So last spring I wore it. I loved it. I thought it was the best thing ever. Put it on my tray for the month of May. Sprayed it all over. Really excited to wear it again, and I did not love it. I don't know what happened. This is by Parfums de Marly Meliora. I'm not ready to declutter this because I think it was just one time, okay? It was one time I sprayed this on and I was not feeling it. And I was like, what is wrong with me? And that's what happened with Givenchy's Irresistible. I mean, I don't know what's going on with me, you guys. I don't know why some perfumes I used to love. I mean, I guess that's normal, right? We go through seasons, we go through changes, our noses change, whatever. Sometimes we move to a different climate and then things don't smell the same anymore because it's a different climate, different weather. This one, I'm not ready to declutter. I'm going to give it a couple more wears and just see if it happens again. And if I don't love it, I don't know, there was something to it. It was almost like the greenness of this perfume is starting to come through too much now. When I first got this perfume, it had a small green feel to it that gave it this like fairy tale whimsical vibe, but I really liked it because it wasn't super prominent. And then I got a lot of the berries, a lot of the fruit, and I thought it was amazing. But the last time I wore it, that green, I think it's cassis that's in here, it seemed to be prominent, too prominent. Yeah, I don't know if it's just gotten stronger with time and now that green note is just too much for me. I don't know. If you see it on my Mercari, you know I decided to declutter it. I'm gonna wear it one more time and just make sure. But I did not like it the last time I wore it, shockingly. All right, now these next two are ones that probably won't be a surprise. I didn't really care for these all that much. This one is by Paris Corner, and this is Kiss a Pink. I think this one's okay. I don't think it's great. There's a kind of like a plasticky smell in here that I'm not loving. Yeah, I don't love this. I think it's okay. I think for the price, it's nice. It's okay. Is it good? Sure, it smells good. There's a tiny hint of a plasticky feel to the fragrance that kind of smells cheap to me. But it's a fruity, vanilla kind of fragrance. It does smell similar to Yara, as Yara did. And Yara had really, really terrible performance for me, so I decluttered that one. This one definitely has better performance. Yeah, I think it's okay, but I definitely would never reach for this over all the other amazing perfumes that I have behind me. This isn't going to be an option, so I'm just going to let it go. All right, and the last one, there are a couple more that I'm not sure about. I do need to test them out just a little bit more before I decide, but we won't talk about those because I don't know what I'm doing with those. This last one I'm going to show you today is by Jimmy Choo, and this is Vanilla Love. I blind bought this one. I saw a really good deal on it. I need to spray this one more time just to make sure. This one is an ambery vanilla, and I do like it. But it has myrrh and black pepper in the opening, and it smells, I really make that out in this fragrance. And I know some people say that they don't. They get just a lot of vanilla, which I do get a lot of vanilla, but I also get a lot of amber. You definitely have to be someone who loves amber. I love ambery vanillas. Yeah, the myrrh and the black pepper are just so strong to my nose that I don't love it. It would be a stronger love for me if it wasn't for how much I pick up that black pepper and myrrh. There's patchouli in here, and there's also toffee, amber, and saffron. So this is not just a vanilla perfume. There's more going on, and some of the notes that are in here are a little bit challenging, I think, for some people. It is a strong like. but I'm not quite getting to the love part, so I'm just gonna let it go. All right, you guys, that's it for today's video. Those are the fragrances that I'm going to be decluttering, and let me know what you think. What do you think of these fragrances? Are you shocked by any of them? I'm shocked by some of them. Are you surprised by any of these? Let me know what you think of these fragrances. I really appreciate you guys watching, and if you did like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!